Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And as your wise man, I'm here to bestow upon you the wisdom that you're listening to Punks Talk Wrestling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Punks Talk Wrestling. On this episode, we take a look back at the history of the Elimination Chamber match. I am RW Hellborn, the PA Rock Prince, hailing quote-unquote from Philly. And I am one half of the crowd, which is one half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champions of the world. Now, then, and forever by my side, 3,500 miles away in London, England, he is my tag team podcast partner. He's the other half of the crowd, which is the other half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champions of the world, Mr. Did You Know, Sir King of Reels, the proper prick, C.J. Newman.
So we're going to be looking at the Elimination Chamber, which is crazily, is that a word? I think it's
Crazily, I think it can be. I mean,
yeah, but
anything
it is.
can be.
You know exactly what I meant when I said it. So there you
exactly.
go.
So it's proper.
Crazily, the Elimination Chamber as a match type has been around since 2002, which is kind of fucking crazy. I mean, I remember the first Elimination Chamber match very fucking well.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was so cool, like, to see at the time. I still vividly remember being like, "Wow, this is cool," because like it's like a brand new match type, which is so rare. Actually, if you really think about it, brand new match types to then go on to be a success is such a fucking hard thing to do.
Yes, because we've had plenty of match types that do not go on to become success, like
The Punjabi prison.
a Punjabi prison match. Yeah, we both. Which, by the way, I love. I mean, first of all, I love because anything that has anything remotely to do with Jinder Mahal. Wait for the drop. I instantly gets skyrocketed up into like S tier, things for me. But yeah, it is crazy. New match types in general do not come around very often at all, and yes, they usually don't last.
But this one somehow has lasted with there being, by the looks of things. I mean, we didn't have one in 2004, and we didn't have one in 2007. But apart from that, we've had an Elimination Chamber every single year since 2008.
I would even go so far as to say we may now have more Elimination Chamber matches than we've had Hell in a Cell matches. I don't know of the total count, but we don't have a Hell in a Cell every year.
Well, as of the in a few weeks' time, when Elimination Chamber happens, that will be 37th and 38th Elimination Chamber matches, whereas there have been 53 Hell in a Cell matches.
Oh wow! There's been way more Hell in a Cell matches than I thought of.
Which
but
is crazy.
Hell in a Cell has been around for.
It was around for
while.
five more years than the Elimination Chamber match, and obviously
that's it.
Yeah, 1997 was the first ever Hell in a Cell match.
My God!
And actually, I will say, looking into it real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, we might have to have a separate spectacle showcase Hell in a Cell match.
There were only 9 Hell in a Cell matches before the Elimination Chamber happened.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
even since the inception of the Elimination Chamber, there's still more Hell in a Cell matches.
There's
than
been more Hell in
Elimination
the
Chamber
Cell, and obviously that helps with the fact that
Wow.
obviously there was a Hell in the Cell event which normally had 2 Hell in the Cell matches on it. I'm really glad now that Elimination Chamber makes a lot of sense for the road to WrestleMania, and
Yes.
it's but Hell in the Cell I'm glad is back to its we'll see it for big feuds situation, because it's been
become
nearly
it's
2
become a
years now
feud
since we
match.
last saw the Hell in the Cell match, which is amazing. So,
Really?
but anyway. The last one was
Oh, shit.
October 5th,
Cody and-
2024. But we're not talking about
Cody
Hell
and
in the
Seth?
Cell.
No, we're not. No, just yeah. Anyway.
It was Drew
that's a different
and
episode.
Drew and CM Punk was the last one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, nearly 2 years ago. Anyway, so we have had obviously when this match type first came about, it was obviously only on its own, not on its own Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So it was first introduced at Survivor Series in a year that did not have a classic Survivor Series elimination style match. So I almost think that they were trying to, just like they have now, move towards War Games. I feel like that at that time they were trying to move away from the traditional 5-on-5, and then eventually just went back to the format the year after. But you had Survivor Series, then it was at SummerSlam the year after that. Then we had New Year's Revolution, and again the next year. There's another one in 2006, which I'll get back to in a second.
Yes.
And then we got No Way Out. We had 2. That's the first year we had 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and then the same the year after that. And ever since then, I think it's been on and off. I think for the most part, 2 Elimination Chamber matches. For the most part, we've had a few where there's only been 1, but the reason I skipped out 2006 because that was the only Elimination Chamber to not be Raw, SmackDown, or co-branded. It was an ECW Elimination Chamber match.
Yes.
At
ECW
December to Dismember.
December to Dismember. Yes.
So Bobby Lashley, Big
And it
Show,
was-
CM Punk, Hardcore Holly, Rob Van Dam, and Test.
And it was and they dubbed it the Extreme Elimination Chamber because
There was
each
some
chamber had
weapons.
weapons in there that when the competitor's chamber opened up, their weapon also entered the match with them.
Yeah.
There was a crowbar, a table, a steel chair, and a barbed wire baseball bat.
There you go.
Those were the
And
4 things.
all I know is that that pay-per-view went down. It's kind of infamous at this point. It's one of the worst reviewed pay-per-views in WWE's history. So that would be quite interesting to go back and watch. Actually,
we
if
might
we somehow
we
can.
might have a next. I think when we get to December,
when we get to December, maybe that would be Yeah, let's do that. But that'd be a treat. But so and since then, we've had for the most part, it's always been, for years it was always about either a championship shot for WrestleMania or the Elimination Chamber match was for the World Heavyweight or WWE Championship. That was until Elimination Chamber in 2015. Where we had a tag team championship elimination chamber match and an intercontinental championship elimination chamber match.
Yeah.
So that tag team elimination chamber match is actually a lot of fun. It's a good match. So I would go watch that if you ever get the chance. And some great tag teams there. We had fucking the New Day. This is such a time capsule of tag teams here. But 2015, we had the New Day, Ascension, Los Matadores, the Lucha Dragons, Primetime Players, and Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. That's such a fucking time capsule right there. And then on the other side of things, the Intercontinental Championship, Ryback, Ziggler, Wade Barrett, or King Barrett in this case, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Sheamus. It was definitely 2015. Let's put it that way.
Yes. We also saw, speaking of tag team elimination chambers, in 2019. The women had their first tag team elimination chamber match and that was for the inaugural women's tag team
Yeah,
championship.
wow, look at that. I didn't even. That's not even something that triggered in my brain. That.
No, yeah, that's one of those things because, well, at that time, before the pandemic, I mean, we talk about the struggles of the women's tag team championships. Even pre-pandemic was even a harder struggle. During the pandemic was worse because it was just hard to get anything over when there was no crowds. But yeah, we'll talk. That's another
That's a whole nother
title.
kettle of fish.
That's
right
another
there.
history. That's another history of episode for another day.
And but going back a couple of years before that, or a year before that, was the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match in 2018, which Alexa Bliss won.
Yeah.
Yes. And then since then we've pretty much had a women's and men's Elimination Chamber match every single year at the Elimination Chamber PLE.
PLA and for the last few years, I believe it's been before WrestleMania, and this has been the winner of the Elimination Chamber now gets to face the other champion who wasn't picked as the Royal Rumble winner.
Exactly.
So there's another state. It's not a second place, but like it is still it's a second chance for people who didn't win the Rumble.
And it's like they've done that sporadically throughout the years, but now it's obviously become a staple thing, and it's become part of the road to WrestleMania. That's what you expect now, which is really cool. So I think I
love it.
It's taken like everything. It takes time for it to find its place, but I think Elimination Chamber now has found its place. It's kind of home on like the year's calendar and how it all works and fits into the storylines and stuff.
So we mentioned. So you mentioned a few things about the start of the actual match type before it had its own event. Once 2010 came around, that's when the Elimination Chamber event started to become a recurring thing, and I don't believe they had an Elimination Chamber match outside of the Elimination Chamber.
No,
event
they haven't. No, exactly. And it's one of those things where you can't really. It's not one of those matches that you can kind of come up with on the fly. Like, you're never going to have a moment where it's like, I challenge you to an Elimination Chamber match. Like, you're never going to get that because you've got like 5 other people involved. But that's why it makes sense at this event.
Yes, to the point about Hell in a Cell, you can do that with a grudge match.
It can
you
be
can be like,
one-on-one.
I want to challenge you, and I want to challenge you inside a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Because,
so like that's why matches like this. Matches like Money in the Bank, like they make sense to have their own set pay-per-view or PLE because they come around at a certain time of year because they're used as getting championship shots, and it makes total sense now. They're
used to shake things up because there's such a level of unknown with that.
Exactly.
And so having these other matches sporadically through, also having Money in the Bank, I did like when it was a WrestleMania match.
Yeah,
I
did. I enjoyed that too. Yeah.
But I love it more that it has its own event. Now there's a men's and a women's version. That they can build it into the continuing storylines, and you can throw it out more than it. I feel like it means more. The winner because that's the main event of that event then.
Right.
Instead of the Money in the Bank match is like midway through the card or something and gets overshadowed by a main event.
Yeah. Just to taper things off a little bit with a few facts here as well.
Yeah.
If you're wondering who's won the most Elimination Chamber matches, it would be Triple H.
I am wondering.
He's won 4. But up until very recently, because John Cena won his Elimination Chamber match last year, that's how he got his title shot with Cody Rhodes. So now him and John Cena and Triple H are 4 apiece, and they will forever be that way until someone catches up. Because at number 2 is Daniel Bryan and Edge at 3 wins apiece,
which again will
which will hold for a while.
Because I don't think either of them are going to be coming back
Exactly.
Does that?
And then we got Drew
wait a second.
McIntyre
Hold on.
and go on.
Hold on though. Hold on. Does Edge's number account for the 2 Rumbles, the 2 Elimination Chamber matches that he was in in one day?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
Or are we talking about winners?
We're talking about winning. Yeah, winning.
Oh, we're talking about just winners. Okay, I was gonna say because I feel like there were people that have been in more than just.
Oh
4
yeah,
eliminations.
we'll get to that in a second. So Daniel Bryan, yeah.
Okay.
And Drew
Okay.
McIntyre and Bianca Belair, I believe, have won 2 elimination chambers. As far as it goes for appearances,
so hey, we could see based on our predictions, we could see Bianca Belair coming in and getting her number 3.
That's right. If you're wondering on the front of who's had more appearances, then that would be Randy Orton. He's had 9 appearances and soon to be 10th appearance in the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
And John Cena, and Chris Jericho are both on 8 appearances each, and then Triple H and Kofi Kingston are 6 each, and then after that it gets quite wide from that point onwards.
Right.
And on the women's side of things, obviously a lot less matches, but Liv Morgan has been in 6 Elimination Chamber matches with 0 wins.
Wow.
Which is insane.
Oh,
I believe she has been in every single. Well, she's not in it 'cause she won the Royal Rumble.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah, so I believe she's, apart from maybe the tag team ones, I think she's been in the vast majority of the women's championship.
Put her in the Elimination Chamber. Have her win that too. Have her fight for both titles and win both.
They have to do that one year,
Livy
right? That would
belts.
be amazing. That would be so good.
That would be pretty.
And then after that, we got
dickish, but I would love it.
Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and Naomi all at 3 apiece for Elimination Chamber appearances.
Nice.
What else do we have? I think. Most eliminations.
We can't. Yes, there we go.
Most eliminations. You have Chris Jericho at 10 eliminations, Randy Orton at 8 eliminations, and CM Punk and Triple H at 7 apiece. And last but not least, got a few more facts because it's full of them today. Longest ever Elimination Chamber match was 2018, won by Roman Reigns, and that was 40 minutes and 15 seconds. And the shortest Elimination Chamber match was 2022, won by Brock Lesnar, and that was only 14 minutes and 55 seconds, which is so fucking short.
Wow. I mean, that must have meant that like everyone was eliminated almost immediately but when the last person came out, there was very
Brock
little
Lesnar.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's
yeah,
why.
there you go.
Yep.
And the most The most eliminations in one chamber match was in 2020, when Shayna Baszler eliminated every single person from the Elimination Chamber match. All 5 people were eliminated by Shayna Baszler, and then in 2018,
oh really? Wait, she won the match by eliminating every single one. But she didn't win the championship.
No.
That's a shame.
And then Braun Strowman also did the same in 2018. He eliminated 5 people, but in that year there were 7 people in that elimination chamber, and 3 people started that match. Yeah.
Yep. That was the difference. I don't think we can't talk about the Elimination Chamber events without clearly talking about what I think is easily the most memorable and the greatest heist within an Elimination Chamber. The biggest shocking moment of any Elimination Chamber was the year that Edge went into there was Elimination Chamber match for the Raw and for the SmackDown titles. So each of the world titles were on the line. Edge was the champion going into the first Elimination Chamber match at the beginning of the night, and immediately was eliminated first, and lost his championship, and then subsequently attacked Kofi Kingston on his way to the second Elimination Chamber match, took his spot, and apparently no one could do anything about it. So he was just in the match and won that match and became WWE WWE champion. So he's the only person to come into an elimination. He may be the only person in all time in all of WWE that lost a world title and then won a different world title in the same day.
You might be right on that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
That might be not just in WWE, but I would love to hear anyone. I would love anyone to tell me anytime any other wrestler in any other promotion lost a world championship, and you can say, well, there's not one was clearly the one, and the world title is second, but like blah, 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 blah. They're both considered the world titles for their respective brand. It's the same.
Yeah, and at this point now with Roman Reigns and CM Punk, like it's crazy that now the World Heavyweight Championship is now going to be the main event at WrestleMania, not the WWE Championship.
It's finally it's the only person, and as a lot of people on Threads have said and online, the good people of the internet, the ones that watch wrestling and enjoy it and just talk about what they like and not talk about the things that they hate, has said about how nice it is. It's great that the World Heavyweight Championship finally, the World Heavyweight Championship needed Roman Reigns to hold that title to make it truly as valuable as the other one.
Yeah,
it's the only way to make that championship mean more is to have people who have already made other titles better make this title better too. Roman Reigns made the Universal Championship the most important championship at the time because Roman Reigns held it.
Exactly, yeah.
And now this is going to be the most important championship because Roman Reigns is the one that holds it. And there's certainly people on the internet that don't like that. That's if he wins. I don't see any other thing happening. I don't. We did.
That's a discussion for another time.
That's a discussion for our last week's podcast that we already kind of discussed. But yeah. As far as that, on any other notable things about the Elimination Chambers that
I guess one big other notable moment that happened in Elimination Chamber was in 2010. The year after Shawn Michaels lost to Undertaker at WrestleMania, the 25th WrestleMania, that's when he came out at the very end. He kind of popped out under the grate and Sweet Chin Music Undertaker and cost him the World Heavyweight Championship, which then led to Shawn Michaels' career versus the Streak at WrestleMania. So that was a moment there with a big implication as well. So
yeah.
And I think one thing we didn't mention is the winner of the first ever Royal Elimination Chamber match, which was Triple H. No,
yes.
I will shut the fuck up, which was Shawn Michaels.
Well, yes. We also didn't make a note that the Elimination Chamber is called No Escape in Germany because I think it's pretty easy to understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's nothing really to say other than it's just interesting to note that they still do things. There are things like that because of history.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Because of real history of our world. It does make sense. And you know what? Honestly, I feel looking at it one way or another, from one side or another, I think it's smart. It's smart for them to do that, even though it probably wouldn't matter, and the only people that would
obviously when people from Germany watch that event, the words Elimination Chamber are written up thousands of fucking times all over the arena.
Right.
So,
it's not like they're not seeing it when they're seeing.
But it's at least it's a nice nod, and it's a nice we're trying to be sensitive towards you here kind of thing.
I mean, yeah.
But hey, that's the Elimination Chamber, the event and the match and the whole history of the whole lot of it. So,
did we mention how many? Did we mention the original thing about how many feet of steel?
We did not. No.
No. I'm trying to look because I remember when they did first announce it, it was like it has this amount. It's made with 20,000 tons of. Oh, here we go. It's right here. The original structure was 16 feet high, 36 feet in diameter, weighed over 10 short tons. I don't know what that. 10 short tons. What is that?
The fuck's a short ton? Keep going. I'll find out what a short ton is.
And it was comprised of 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers, and 6 short tons of chain. 2 miles of chain.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's a lot of. That's pretty. I mean, that seems pretty long. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
A short ton is a U.S. customary unit of weight equal to 2,000 pounds, commonly referred to as a ton in the United States. A ton without qualification typically means this short ton, whereas a metric ton is 1,000 kilograms, and a long ton is 2,240 pounds. So what they're telling... Wait, how many fucking short tons is that?
10 short tons.
So you're telling me that thing weighs 20,000 pounds?
20,000 pounds. Oh, yep.
That's
over
crazy.
Over 20,000 pounds. Yeah.
And they used to hang that shit from the fucking rafters. That's scary.
That's the other thing that's crazy. That is the most ridiculous thing about all of it is that they hung that shit from the ceiling. So obviously you could only have this event in certain places. You can't have it in an open dome arena, an open dome stadium, because there's nothing to hang it from.
Well, they use the big canopy things now. They've had Hell in the Cells and stuff inside
Yeah, but Hell in the Cell is not the Elimination Chamber. Hell in a Cell weighs so much less.
Hell in a Cell weighs 10,000 pounds, 5 tons.
10. Okay, so yeah, literally half that. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. So the original Hell in a Cell weighed 4,000 pounds, just 2 tons, and now modern day Hell in a Cell weighs approximately 10,000 tons. Anyway, let's not get into Hell in a Cell.
Heavy.
We keep glossing over Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
it's a heavy son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we keep. Yeah, I think that's every single thing that we could probably
possibly
talk about.
Imagine. Yeah. And with that,
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Oh no, that's not it. Shout outs. Shout out to Wikipedia. Support Wikipedia. That is where we get all of the information. That's pretty much where we got all the information for this podcast.
I got from a few other places, but I've already closed the fucking link, so I can't.
Yeah.
Shout out to those places too.
Shout out. Yes. Hold on. Because I had gotten a text and I realized that I actually have a thing to say about WWE 2K26. Give me 1 second and I'll find it, and I can edit this or not. Well, I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it for next time.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, WWE 2K25 pre-order at wwe.2k.com and choose your edition. The game never ends. Something like that. It's something like that. They've got a tagline, and it's something about the game because this is a game, and there's something about it never ending because you can keep playing it forever. So,
good job.
Do that. Yeah, I am great with this. Also, shout out to our sponsors, Liqueur, gummies that help prevent hangovers. Get 20% off of your entire order at Liqueur. That's liquure.com. And use the promo code PTW. And you'll get 20% off your order of your gummies that help prevent hangovers. Also, Old Glory, iconic music and sports fan merchandise. OldGlory.com. Use the promo code PTW again, and you'll get 15% off of your entire order of iconic music and sports fan merchandise. So there you go. Also, you want to interact with us, you can subscribe for free at our Patreon at patreon.com/punkstalkwrestling, Also, interact on social media, Instagram and Threads at Punks Talk Wrestling. Also, youtube.com/Punks Talk Wrestling, or email us at punkstalkwrestling@gmail.com.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it for me.
Yeah. And that's it for me.
All right. I think there's only one thing for...
See you later.
Yeah.
Sayonara. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.